That little stone you spit out from a cherry, it isn't waste. Something is sleeping inside it. A whole tree, folded into a seed smaller than your fingernail. Plant the stone whole, and you wait 6 months, if it wakes at all. But there is an older way. Open it the right way, and the tree inside rises in about 2 weeks. Open it the wrong way, and you crush the very thing you were trying to grow, and almost everyone opens it wrong. So here's the secret our grandparents knew. The living tree was never the hard stone. It's the pale embryo hidden inside it. Get that one idea right, and everything changes. The archive opens in an orchard that began with something thrown away. A handful of cherry stones, a patch of soft earth, a pair of patient hands. Long before garden centers sold young trees in plastic pots, families did not buy their orchards. They grew them from the pits left on the plate, and they knew something we were quietly taught to forget. That a seed is not rubbish. It is a tree waiting. We were handed an easier promise. Don't bother with the seed. Buy the tree already grown. And it works. Faster. But somewhere in that trade, a small, stubborn piece of knowledge went quiet. Bury a whole cherry stone, and almost nothing happens. For months. Because the stone is not the seed. The stone is armor. Nature built it hard on purpose to survive winters, animals, time itself. It must crack and soften in the ground before anything can rise, and that can take 6 long months. Most people give up long before then. Here's what's actually happening inside that little shell. The hard pit is only a case. The living part, the real seed, is the embryo curled up inside it, pale, soft, no bigger than a grain. That is the tree. Everything else is just the door it's locked behind. Once you understand that, the whole trick becomes obvious. You don't wait for the door to rot. You open it. But this is where almost everyone ruins it. The stone has 2 halves joined along a seam, a faint line running around its edge, and it has a belly, the rounded swell where the embryo lies. Strike the belly, and you crush the very thing you came for. Strike the seam, and the halves fall open like a book. So clean the stone first, so it won't slip. Find the line, then tap, gently, patiently, along the seam with something small, until the case splits and the embryo lifts free. Quick one before the method. Were you taught to plant the whole pit or to open it? Tell me below. So let's bring it home, carefully and exactly. Start with a cherry that is very ripe. The riper the fruit, the more ready the seed inside. Eat it and keep the stone. Clean it. Find the seam and open it the way we just learned. Lift out the pale embryo. Now the soil. Not heavy, not packed. Soft, light, and quick to drain, so the young roots can breathe. Make a small hole about 2 to 3 centimeters deep. Set the embryo in and cover it gently. Then mist the surface with water. Don't drown it. Place it somewhere bright but out of direct burning sun. And from here, your only job is patience. Water only when the top of the soil begins to dry. If this is the kind of old orchard knowledge you came for, subscribing is how you keep the archive open. This is where it usually goes wrong. The first mistake is the belly, striking the seed in the wrong place and crushing the embryo before it ever begins. The second is water. Many seedlings die just after their first leaves appear, not from neglect, but from kindness. Drowned roots in soil that never dries. Keep it damp, never soaked. The third is sun, harsh, direct light that scorches a seedling too young to take it. And the last mistake is expecting fruit too soon. This is the beginning of a tree, not a harvest. If you do it right, the change is quick and quietly astonishing. In about 15 days, the first 2 leaves unfold, the cotyledons, with a small shoot already waiting behind them. By 45 days, the true leaves arrive, 2, then more. By 90 days, around 6 leaves, growing larger with each pair. By 6 months, a healthy little tree, perhaps 12 centimeters tall. Clean, roots, no mold, no rot. A whole tree from a stone you were about to throw away. Now, the honest word, because the archive doesn't sell miracles. A cherry grown from seed is not a copy of the cherry you ate. It carries a mix of its parents, and the fruit it gives may be smaller, or sharper, or different altogether. Many sweet cherries can't even fruit alone. They need another tree nearby to pollinate them. And the first flowers can take years, not weeks. If it's reliable, sweet fruit you want, the old answer is the same as it always was. You graft. You take this tree you raised from a seed, and you join it to a branch of the variety you love. Grow it first for the wonder of it, for the heritage, for the green of a tree you woke with your own hands. The fruit can come later. So here is the final thought. We were taught that the seed is the part you throw away, that the tree is the thing you buy. But the knowledge never truly disappeared. It waited. In the stone on the side of a plate, in the pale embryo asleep inside it, in the patient hands of people who understood that what looks like waste is often only a beginning. The tree was never in the store. It was in the thing we threw away. If knowledge like this shouldn't be lost again, you know what to do. Tell me, what's the most surprising thing you've ever grown from a seed? And what forgotten skill should the archive open next? Because this archive was never meant to stay locked. And if you want the very next step, how to graft this seedling so it gives the sweet fruit you actually want, that's the drawer we open next. I'll see you there.